What's up, YouTube? This is MathWiz97, and welcome back to my SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 General Manager mode. Today we are coming to you from Anchorage, Alaska for the January 27th edition of Raw. And in the last, well, this isn't actually happening, so I can end that one. In the last episode, I talked about having a blank slate that I needed rivalry ideas. So for right now, I can at least do Kane and The Rock, because I have I'm going to move forward with the Demon's Apple and Rock and Sock. But for right now, most of these are blank because there was an idea suggested to me for a tournament to determine the next #1 contender for the WWE title, and I like that idea. Plus, for some of the rivalries that I think I might want to do, I'm going to have to turn some people, and considering I've already turned Carlito and Johnny Nitro in this episode, I'm going to have to wait to actually go through with all that. So for right now, this gives me something to do, something to hold me over in the meantime. So we're starting off this episode with a 6-man tag team match. The Rock, Joey Mercury, and Mick Foley taking on Johnny Nitro, Carlito, and Kane. This is just a way to throw everyone into a match. Nitro needs a win, so I'm hoping to have this side win. But we'll see how that goes. This is where we begin this tournament. So it was determined by popularity, is how the brackets were sorted. Some guy gave me a suggestion in the comment section, but I decided to mix it up just a little bit. I figured, why not? We'll give Bam Bam Bigelow a shot, because the way it worked out, I think Van Dam and Guerrero would both be good contenders, but that would put 9 people in the tournament. So the thought was that these two could face off in a one-on-one match, but I think that's a little boring. I think it's a little uninteresting, so I figured, why not? We'll throw Bam Bam Bigelow in there, make it a triple threat. Just increase the unpredictability of that matchup a little bit. Then we begin the actual bracket. Starting things off, this is, I guess, the number 3 seed, Shawn Michaels, taking on the number 6 seed, Rey Mysterio. I feel like this is fitting to have a tournament coming off the playoffs from the last episode before the Royal Rumble, so I think this works out. This idea, it's pretty cool. Then we have the number 7 seed, Stone Cold Steve Austin, taking on the number 2 seed, Triple H. Again, just going by popularity. Really, Triple H and Shawn Michaels were interchangeable, but that's just how it worked out. That's how the guy came up with it, so that's what I did. Then, of course, Johnny Nitro turning heel. Then we've got the number 4 seed, John Cena, taking on the number 5 seed, Kurt Angle. I also thought about maybe sorting it by, like, the power rankings, but I feel like it's just easier to go with popularity, especially considering that the power rankings are no longer accurate because we have a new WWE champion, and his name is Batista. And he will be defending his title against The Undertaker in a Royal Rumble rematch. Well, I guess technically it's not a Royal Rumble rematch because that was an Armageddon Hell in a Cell, but he's going to defend the title against The Undertaker. I just want to get that rematch out of the way and then move forward with setting up these rivalries going into WrestleMania. Unfortunately, that means that Umaga and Hardcore Holly did not make the show, and I decided to give Edge the night off as well. Nothing really I could think of to do with him. Plus, he's still fatigued from the Hell in the Cell, so I think it's a good idea to at least give somebody from that match the night off. So we can go ahead and confirm this match card, and I don't know how the controller is going to be holding up this episode. Hopefully things work, but obviously we're going to showcase the Undertaker-Batista matchup, but I'm going to do things differently this episode. I'm going to simulate all the matches beforehand, just to really, I don't know, just to go through the tournament, because usually I do it all at once. This time I want to do it individually, just because it worked for the playoffs episode, and I think it'd be cool here. The 6-man tag, I guess I'll simulate that. Crap! That wasn't supposed to happen. Well, so much for that. I mean, Nitro's probably going to get a win over Mercury next episode anyway, so that can be fixed. Then we get this matchup, Bigelow versus Guerrero versus Van Dam. It is Eddie Guerrero who defeats Bam Bam Bigelow. So Guerrero has now claimed the 8th seed. He's going to move on to face the number 1 seed, which is Edge, next week on Raw. Then we got Rey Mysterio versus Shawn Michaels. Who's it going to be? It's Rey Mysterio getting the win over Shawn Michaels. I got to admit, I'm happy about that because Mysterio hasn't really been in the title picture, but Michaels, along with Triple H, they've both been in there for the longest time. And we got Steve Austin versus Triple H, and it is Triple H who just will not go away. Of course, he's got to keep that spot in the... he has to keep his shot at the title alive. Then finally, we got Kurt Angle versus John Cena. It is John Cena who defeats Kurt Angle. So the traitor is not getting a shot at the WWE title. He's done. No more opportunities going into WrestleMania. He's going to have to find something else to do, which could be tricky because I know he wants a title shot. He's upset. I mean, he might have to settle for an Intercontinental title match with Edge. I guess we'll see how that plays out. But finally, we have The Undertaker versus Batista for the WWE title. Let's make it no DQ. Why not? Which, I guess, having a rope break would be kind of pointless in that case. Yes, let's make it no DQ. Let's up the ante a little bit. Wait, hang on. If I'm going to make it no DQ, then there shouldn't be count out. That'd be kind of dumb. And I'll turn on interference. It never really does anything. But here we go. Undertaker versus Batista. I'm going to see if the controller works. And if it doesn't, well then it's just going to be AI controlled. Here we go, folks. It's the rematch. The Undertaker, the former WWE Champion, will finally... Well, he might finally be knocked out of the title picture for good. I mean, he's a two-time champion because Triple H took it back from him several months ago at the... What was the pay-per-view before? Was it Unforgiven, I believe, that Triple H had won it? I think that was also... No, that was in an Elimination Chamber match. Which, very similar environment to the Armageddon Hell in a Cell. The Undertaker just does not thrive in those multi-man matches, but as we saw with Triple H, The Undertaker was able to reclaim the title on Monday Night Raw in a singles matchup when it was one-on-one. So we'll see if he can repeat the same feat here tonight against the Animal. And as for Batista, he certainly was not the guy I expected to win that rather underwhelming Hell in a Cell match. I mean, it was really disappointing that the frame rate did what it did. I don't know why it did that, because, like, I've had six-man matchups before in the series and never had that problem. I don't know if it was just the Royal Rumble arena, because even in the six-man tag match, there was issues with that. There was just frame rate issues. So I'm guessing it was just the Royal Rumble arena just somehow made things worse. I have no idea. It didn't make any sense to me, but Batista was able to win the title very quickly, hitting a Batista bomb on John Cena in under 3 minutes to score the win, score the gold. But can he defend it? Can he defend it against the Phenom here tonight? Let's find out. Alright, folks, the match is about to get underway. Batista and The Undertaker staring down longtime rivals in the real WWE, but really, in GM mode, not much has happened between these two superstars. They haven't really come to blows. I mean, of course, in SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, The Undertaker was on Monday Night Raw. He wasn't on our brand SmackDown, whereas Batista was. So Batista, he's a long-time member of the roster, long-time character in the series. The Undertaker, not so much. But The Undertaker, he has made his presence felt in the time that he was around. But I guess the question is, how will he fare against Batista here tonight? I'm happy to see that my controller is working now. Because right now, Batista looking at... No! Undertaker blocked it almost immediately. Batista only got one punch in. Guess you could call him the one-punch man, although, I mean, his punches don't pack nearly as much of a punch. Oh, great. The Undertaker able to catch himself off the ropes. Batista was looking for something. But now he's got The Undertaker. Got him by the throat here for a two-handed choke slam. Batista, if he's going to be smart, he's going to have to try to make quick work of The Undertaker here tonight, but that is easier said than done. As we've seen, Triple H, he struggled with The Undertaker in a longer, more drawn-out fight in the past. And, of course, you got guys like Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, all have stepped up to face The Undertaker, but could not take the title from him. Batista just kind of got lucky. It was a matter of circumstance at the Royal Rumble that he was able to walk out of that Hell in a Cell with the title, able to capitalize on a weakened John Cena. And in rather quick fashion as well. It was really a shocking victory. It came out of nowhere. Nobody really could have prevented it because nobody saw it coming. Right now, the Undertaker is holding his own against the Animal Batista here. Oh, he went for a punch to the face, but Batista able to counter it. Oh my God, how's that for a punch to the face? And Batista now delivers a boot straight to the back of the Undertaker. And the Animal, he's on the... No, he's not. Taker able to reverse. Oh, there's a nice body shot from the dead man. Followed by a reverse elbow straight to the face. Batista staggered Taker whips him off the ropes. Oh, and a massive shot. Batista just about flew out of his boots with that one. But he's back to his feet now. There's a clubbing blow to the back of the Undertaker. But Undertaker quick to fight out of it. Oh no, and now Undertaker. This is vintage Undertaker right here. Batista's in a world of trouble as the Undertaker scales the ropes for old school. And the Undertaker is building momentum quickly. But Batista able to counter. Ducks behind the dead man. And now Taker's going up. Batista got him by the leg for a shin breaker. And now the Animal going to the top rope here, looking to fly high, taking a risk. And it paid off as Batista drills him with that elbow drop, and now Batista goes to work, hammering away with these vicious strikes. A very physical contest. That's what you'd expect from two powerhouses like The Undertaker and Batista. As Batista lifts him up and drops him down. Not quite the spine buster we would expect from Batista, but impactful nonetheless as Taker back to his feet. Oh my god, what a running STO by Batista. Batista now, he's starting to take control in this matchup. Taker off the ropes. No, wait, counter! Batista was looking for one of his signature spine busters, but the Undertaker countered it into a DDT. And now Batista, he's on wobbly legs as the Undertaker with a massive uppercut. Just about knocked him out. Knocked him clean out of the ring. Batista not looking too good, and of course this is no disqualification, no count out. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. And you can see the Undertaker right there was he just rubbing his fist in it. Oh, and now a leg drop to the Animal. Although this is not a Falls Count Anywhere matchup, this is more along the lines of a no-holds-barred match rather than your typical Falls Count Anywhere. The fall must occur in the ring. So no matter how much damage these two deal out here outside of the ring, they're not going to be able to go for a pin. As Batista sends him off the announce table and now delivers with a backbreaker. Oh, and Batista's uncovering the announce table. Batista, things are not looking too good for the dead man as Batista lifts him to his feet. And he drops him onto that announce table. Oh my god, Batista's going to join him. What is Batista thinking here? No! The Undertaker able to counter whatever the Animal was going to attempt. And now the Undertaker has got Batista. Well, he had him for a while there, but he lost his grip. He fell off the table. And now, wait a minute, the Undertaker's got him by the arm. The Undertaker going to work on the arm. And now Batista whipped off the table. Both men fall off the table, and Batista, with a massive clothesline, somehow was able to knock him onto the table. Unbelievable. Oh, and now Batista telling Undertaker to come back up on that table, telling him to bring it on. The Undertaker seems a bit hesitant. Not quite sure what he wants to do here. He's backing away, almost daring Batista to come to him. Oh, and Batista did. He obliges. He dives off that announce table. Oh, and now he's got the belt. He's got the title belt straight to the... No, he missed. He missed him. And now the Undertaker staggers him. Went to throw him into those steel steps, but Batista caught himself. And now what could Batista be thinking here? Batista grabs him by the arm. Oh, and he's going to drag him back over to that table. Batista bouncing him skull first off of the announce table. And there gets him again and again and again. Batista using every tool at his disposal to try to put away the dead man. As Taker stumbles back to his feet, Batista drops him back on that table. But again, Undertaker, just when it looks like Batista's going for something, Taker has a counter for it. But Batista counters back. Undertaker, he's out on his feet right now. Batista delivers a boot to the midsection. Oh no. You've got to be kidding me. On the announce table, Batista bomb. A Batista bomb through the announce table. The Undertaker is out as Batista looks to throw him back into the ring, but he can't quite get him there. Those stupid steel steps are in the way. And the Undertaker back to work on the arm. Oh, but another massive clothesline. The Undertaker just can't sustain any offense in this match. Oh my god. The Undertaker now. I thought he was going to toss him into that barricade. Instead, Batista bounced off the announce table. And Taker drops him back down onto that concrete floor. This is intense, folks. Neither superstar willing to give an inch. As Batista shrugs him off. Now tosses him back into the ring. And now what's Batista thinking here? Oh, Batista's got him in some sort of submission hold here. As Batista going to work on the arms of The Undertaker, it seems. But I think that was only just to try to disorient The Undertaker, just try to wear him down for whatever else Batista might have in mind. Off the ropes he goes. And now Batista's got him by the arm. I don't think that's quite what Batista had in mind. But he sends him off the ropes again. And this time, Batista has got him with a spine buster. Oh, and Batista, the thumbs are up. The thumbs are down. You know what's coming next. But The Undertaker sits up. The Undertaker sits up Batista. Can he get him? No, The Undertaker's got him now. Able to shift the momentum and takes him down with a sidewalk slam. You had to think that Batista was going for a Batista bomb. But he didn't get it. The Undertaker knew it was coming. Oh, Undertaker looking for a tombstone pile driver, but Batista drives him back down. And Batista's calling for it again. He's calling for the Batista bomb. The Undertaker was able to block it the first time, knew it was coming, but I don't know if he can this time. Batista has got the dead man up in the air and back down to the canvas with a Batista bomb. And he goes in for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and the Animal retains the WWE title. And there you see the triumphant champion. He's not going anywhere. We're not going to get a flip-flopping of the title this time. The Undertaker has lost it, and he is not getting it back. A triumphant performance, a dominant performance. Well, I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't call it dominant per se. The Undertaker put up a hell of a fight as well. That truly is a clash for the ages, but it's Batista who comes out on top at the end of the day. And it seems as though Batista could be our WWE champion going into WrestleMania. We've got this whole tournament trying to find a contender. Who knows what the future holds for him. So that is our show. Batista retains the WWE title. We're moving on with this tournament. Let's see how we did in the ratings. Probably not too well, especially not if SmackDown's going to interfere. Oh, wait, but maybe it backfired on him. Oh, just plus 10,000? Okay, maybe not. Usually SmackDown superstars appear on SmackDown and Raw. Lita showed up on Raw. Oh, but it didn't really say anything about, like, what it did for the, I can't think of the word. What is it, like, if it sent people to us or took people away from us? I don't know. It appears as though he wants a release or a buyout, because I guess Hardcore Holly probably wants a title shot that he wasn't telling me about. I mean, that's my only assumption. Yeah, he wants a title shot. Well, I mean, is he in contention? Well, first of all, is he still on our show? Did they take him away? No, we still have him. I think SmackDown is a full roster, so I shouldn't have to worry about that. Oh, it says 2 weeks, but that's because he wasn't on for the Royal Rumble. So I can go into our rivalries now, and I can set up the Johnny Nitro and Joey Mercury rivalry. We'll do, where's the student turns on teacher? Sure, why not? That's a betrayal related thing. So that's a rivalry. Kane and The Rock is there. And at first I was thinking about doing Carlito and Mick Foley, but then I got to thinking. What if DX got thrown into the title picture? Now, it all depends on how Triple H does in this tournament. Shawn Michaels is already out, so I don't have to worry about that. But Triple H, if he loses, I've kind of wanted DX to get into the tag team title picture. I mean, it's almost too little too late now because we're going into WrestleMania, so there's not much time to develop this. But, I mean, it would give the tag title picture, I mean, now that we've lost Eminem, it's another team to throw into the mix. And plus, I'm kind of tired of having Shawn Michaels and Triple H always in the WWE title picture, so it'd be nice to get somebody else in there just to do something different. So I believe it was Eddie Guerrero who won, so Rob Van Dam is no longer even in contention. He's not going to have any chance of doing anything, so you know what, I'm not going to put him in a rivalry. I'm going to just hold off on that for right now. Kurt Angle was knocked out, so I could... No. Let's do Kurt Angle and Rob Van Dam in a rivalry. I think that'll work. Or I could put him back with The Undertaker, because I mean, they had their feud over the WWE title for a while. Let's do that. Let's do Kurt Angle and The Undertaker. Now, nobody's really going to get... He's not going to get the title shot that he wants out of this, but, you know, at this point, I don't even think it matters. SmackDown has a full roster. I don't think they're really going to take anybody. Yeah, he's tired of losing. I'm sure a lot of these people are just tired of losing. Okay. Yeah, he's tired of resting, tired of losing, tired of losing, tired of losing. Well, Bigelow's got 2 weeks left on his contract. He's not... I don't care. We're going to lose him, and that'll be fine. He wants a title shot. He wants a title shot. Okay. So that's that. Let's take a look at fan support real quick, I guess. We've got a pretty sizable lead. Here I was still thinking that it was a close race, but that... I mean, we really took the lead back very quickly. It wasn't much of a contest. So Hulk Hogan still #1 as the tag team champion. So I guess he and Orton retained the titles. I guess that's what happened. So Batista now #2, Rockin' Soccer all the way up at #3. Mysterio, he's up there at #5. John Cena, their DX is still there. Can't get them out of the top 5. Edge was inactive, and he dropped down. But then he also was in the Rumble match and did not win. Oh, he was in the Hell in the Cell too, so it just wasn't a good week for Edge. Guerrero moved up. Taker took quite a hit, but that's to be expected. Kurt Angle holding his ground. Steve Austin dropped. Van Dam went down. Joey Mercury is now separated from Nitro, which is not good, but I'm sure on our rankings he's going to be just fine. At least he should be. Okay, yeah, they're still together. They're still together. I mean, I don't want to split them now because, like, if I just split the teams, that'd make no sense because then we'd be knocking somebody else off the power rankings, and that's not what I want. So despite Bigelow losing, he went up. I guess that's just the power of... Well, they were the tag champs, so I guess that's a significant loss. So as far as the tournament goes, we can move on to the next round. We've got... I know there's going to be Edge versus Eddie Guerrero. That's one of the next matchups. I guess that's technically still a first-round match. And as for the second-round matches, we know that there's going to be... The #3 seed was... overthrown by Rey Mysterio, and it was John Cena who defeated Kurt Angle, so we can at least get that match going. Triple H, I guess, is going to have a week off because Edge isn't ready yet. Or, I mean, it could be Eddie Guerrero. I think it'd be really cool if it was Edge, but actually, I mean, we'll see. I'm okay with either of these guys making it, to be perfectly honest. And then, of course, well, I'm not going to book the whole show for right now. I'm going to hold off there. Let me take a quick look at contracts because we've got a lot of 2 weeks here. So obviously, want to extend Eddie Guerrero's contract. I don't want to lose him. And of course, Edge. Edge is our Intercontinental Champion. Gotta keep our most prized assets under contract. Yeah, Kane is not going anywhere. And I'm also going to extend Mick Foley. I'm going to wait that last week for Kurt Angle just because I'm very wary of that morale. And Umaga, do I want to keep him? Is there anybody else on free agency that would interest me? Mr. Kennedy's back there, so I mean, I could get him. I don't know. None of this really is like, yeah, there's Piper and Dusty Rhodes. I don't know. I don't think I'm really feeling it. I might just end up sticking with Umaga. I mean, Kennedy's going to be in the next game, so maybe I could bring him in to set something up for the future. But Bigelow's going to leave, and I don't know what's going to happen after that. But anyways, we're going to call it a day for this episode. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, keep on YouTubing.